Thanks to all those who have subscribed to my channel. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe for travel, entrepreneurship, and culture content. Hi guys, so come with me to Canada. I nearly missed my flight even though I was there on time thanks to a good Samaritan. Yeah, so I had to check the plug first when I got into the business class, and because I was on low battery, and I realized that there was a plug that it's working. And then there was wine. I grabbed one because I was so tired before even jumping on the plane. And then I knew I was going to have a long journey, so I started watching movies. And on business class, while in the skies, you have Wi-Fi to use for a while. Time for food. I cleaned my hands and the food came. I don't know, but a couple of things. I don't know how to describe or call this food, but a couple of things. I was able to get my crabs. And then after, I was feeling so cold, so I grabbed some tea, and I liked the inscriptions on these tea bags, honestly. Quite a lot of them. And then I figured out how to use these seats. Yeah. So I was on KLM. So this seats is what you see there. So you could turn it into a chair, into a bed. So I was trying to figure it out so that I can sleep. And then this thing is called the KLM houses. So they give it to you when you're in business class. I think at the end of the day I got like how many, 4? And business class it's burning continue. Every 1 minute be it, but every 1 minute be it, but of course, it was a night flight, so I was feeling cold, so I was drinking a lot of tea. And then we got to Amsterdam. It was Christmas, so you could feel at the airport the decorations. I used the washroom, and there was this toilet paper and toilet cleaner, and this super cool thing I saw. Wait for it. Yeah, the washroom. You just tap on this thing, this sensor, or how do you call it, and then it just flashed it. It was super cool for me. Hey, hey, hey. So I ended up playing with it. Because I was going to either way stay at the airport for about 8 hours before I transit or I continue to Canada. So I started window shopping. I went to the shops around, seeing the Christmas lights. There was Hems, there was Gucci. I went to some other shops that I didn't take videos of. I took some cool photos, of course. I'm at Amsterdam, so I had to take photos that I'm in Netherlands airport. Yeah, so then I found my way to the business class lodge. Okay, so the KLM business class lodge at Netherlands airport was super cool. They had a washroom. I mean, aside the general washroom, they had a bathhouse where you can bath, brush, change your clothes, and all that. Yeah, and then I met this Ghanaian woman, and she was telling me about how she's been eating frozen chicken and she misses home and all that. I don't even know why she was telling me that, but I guess she had seen her co-country woman, so she just felt she could speak up. Anyway, then I head on to the restaurant to pick something to eat because there was 24-hour buffet. I picked what I could because I had already been eating a lot from the plane. And yeah, I took advantage of the 8 hour stay at the airport to kind of learn, work, and eat, of course. It's in the me did that day, me did pa that day. Oh, Jai. I couldn't really sleep because I was traveling alone and I didn't want to miss my flight. And I didn't want to rely on an alarm. So yeah, I just kept eating and working to keep me awake. Oh, but at this point I was so tired. I'm like, God, when is the next flight? And whoa, time was up. Sky priority. Yes, you see that red thing? If you're on business class on any airplane, I'm sure you see that is there. So it means even in the sky, there are people with priority. I was like, oh, whoa. Anyways, and then we onboarded. I watched movies, of course, to keep me, because my brain was tired from doing anything work or school or learning or doing anything like that. So I just relaxed while watching movies. And then food time again, of course. In business class, every second there's food, so I cleaned my hands with a wet towel, and then there was food. I was looking forward to it even though I had eaten. I wanted to see if there's something new coming. So of course, couple of things I tried them. I tasted the burger was actually good. Yeah, it was good. And then there were desserts and other things. And I kept drinking tea just to keep me warm because it was cold. And you can see I was sleeping, so I was covered because my bed at this point my chair had become a bed. And so this is the washroom. Occasionally I use the washroom, because I was drinking a lot and eating a lot, drinking a lot. Yeah, so this is the washroom in business class, KLM business class. Yeah, and back again, of course, drinking, eating snacks, and then gradually I was getting close to Canada, my destination. I was excited. I'm like, finally, oh God, I've been traveling for long. And then the pilot was like, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived, but we cannot go out because someone has died in the airplane and it's now a crime scene. So we need to allow the police to do their investigations and other things before you would be allowed to step out. I was like, oh my God. And this is me going into a meeting. I had planned such a way that I'll get there on time, go into the meeting, which was in the evening and all that. So for like 2 hours, we're in the plane until they finish and they declare that we can come out. I was so sad. And the person's soul rest in peace. So yeah, this is like I don't know whether it's a pet's playground. I don't know, but like it was cute, so I took a video. And then the airport at Canada is quite spacious. Arrival. This is some part of the arrival. And one of the things I thought it was super cool was there was no like manual check-in or passport control. So there were a lot of these devices that you just walk in to declare the goods you came with, sign in that you've come to Canada, scan your passport, like your fingerprint and all those things that ideally, if you are going like some of the airports like Kotoka will do manually. I mean, it was automated. It was super cool. I was waiting for my luggage and I was hoping I could get someone who was in economy class to ask about the one who died. I couldn't because it was difficult to tell who at that point was on my flight. So I was in business class and the pilot kept announcing there is emergency. So if there are medical doctors in the plane, if they can assemble at a particular place. So I think that was when the person needed a medical attention just before he or she died. Unfortunately, I don't know much details about who died because it was kept more of like private. I'm sure it's only those who were around or sitting in economy class who would have known. May the person so rest in peace. Yeah, I mean, I was so sad because that was the first time I was on a plane that someone had died, even though I'd heard people share the experiences of having been in such a situation. So this were the automated machine you could use to check in without any human being doing that. And then, yeah, there were comfortable chairs for people with disabilities to use. And here am I finally getting to the entrance where I had ordered a limousine. So in North America, limousine is like a car that transports people back and from the airport. So my car was a Lexus, that was it. And my driver was so kind. He opened it up for me and I sat in. Guys, Uber in Canada, this was Lexus. Imagine, it wasn't Kia Morning and those ones be using in Ghana, Samu. Hey, very comfortable and it was that right on time. It didn't call you to ask now and mean to me cool or mean to me cool. you know Anyway, let's continue. My driver was super cool, very engaging. He shared experiences around his work, things around, like, we had a great chat, and I was enjoying the scenery and the views of Toronto at night. It was super crazy. Even though I was tired and still thinking about the the, the person who died on a plane and all that, because really it got to me, but I can't control that. And I was shocked to see that there was traffic in Toronto. Actually, I thought it was only in Ghana, in Africa. The traffic that day was terrible. I didn't anticipate it with that much. And then we go to my hotel eventually. Yeah, I'll take you to the room. Yeah, relax, relax, relax. It's one of my favorite things to do when I travel. So I started with the washroom. I was tired, but I wanted to take. And I came back. So the washroom had a shower, towels, yeah, all the things I need in a washroom. And then I had a hand dryer for my hair. And then I had a wardrobe to keep my stuff, my things, which I did. And then to the main room. Let's take a look. I was on the 6th floor, so the view was crazy. but it was very comfortable, and I was very cold at this point, so I had to minimize the is it minimize maximize, I think, the heater in the room, which I did. It's not in the video. And yeah, this was my room. This was my night view, yeah, from my window in my room. It was a great night. I was excited. I finally am here. I'm in, and looking forward to how great the week and the coming days was going to be. So I got myself some tea. I checked that safe. I was checking other things in the room, for your sake. I wanted to do it for you to see. And then I grabbed some tea. I did prepared some tea for myself because I was feeling super cold. Just to feel a bit okay. Yeah. But I did all this after I've gone for my meeting because, like, I mean, when I came in, I was late for my meeting, so I dropped my stuff and left. So when I came back was when I did a tea and stuff like that. And ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I slept. Hit the subscribe button because I'll be giving you daily vlogs on my entire stay in Canada. You wouldn't want to miss this. Remember to share and like this video. Thanks. Bye for now.